welcome to Friday on RTO. Before we start, I'd just like to apologise for last night's abruptness ending to the live stream. I mean, a lot of you still know that I did have Bell's palsy, and there are still some effects. Last night, when it was coming up, I started to struggle to talk and get my words out, so that's why I ended it quite abruptly, because it was getting sore. That will happen for the next few months, I think, until I can waffle on for more than an hour. It will happen, but I'm all okay. There's no thing. I didn't do much talking afterwards. I had another beer and went to bed. Anyway, today's live and music ranking day, being Friday, and today we're going to do Slade. Now there's a little reason why I'm going to do Slade today, because of course on the 9th of September we have a little box set coming out of some unreleased material from Slade, which we'll be doing an unveiling and a reviewing on the channel, of course. It's out on the set. I pre-ordered it, so I should get it any time after the 9th of September, and there will be an impromptu unveiling. So at the moment we have got 5 Slade live albums. I've only got 4 of them, but there is a reason for that. Don't have to go much into about what Slade are. We know they've been around a long time. That classic lineup of Noddy Holder, Jim Lee, Dave Hill and Don Powell, one of my favourite bands from my childhood. It's pretty good. Okay then, so coming in at number 5, we've got Slade Alive, the live anthology. This was released in 2006. Now I don't own this one, because it's basically what they'd released so far. It's got Slade's Alive on it, Slade Alive Volume 2, and it's got the EPs of Merry Christmas Everybody Alive and Kicking, and Slade On Stage, and Alive from Reading. Now there's only a few tracks, but with this new box set we are getting the full Reading set, which I can't wait to listen to. So I don't own this one, but I own everything else separately. So I'm still going to give this an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10, because I thought it was a very, very good package that they put together for people, because them EPs are very rare, and you know, if you've got them, you've got them, but I have. So it's just the usual stuff on it, but we'll look forward to having the full live. So coming in at number 4, we have Slade Alive Volume 2. This is released in 1978, and on this we've got Get On Up, brilliant version. Take Me Back Home, My Baby Left Me Be, Mama We're All Crazy Now, great version of that. Burning in the Heat of Love, that's pretty good as well. Every Day, love that track, always have. And a really fast version of Goodbye to Jane. It's twice as fast as the original. Then we get One Eye Jacks from Moustaches, which is brilliant, and it ends with Come On, Feel the Noise. Great little package, some really good stuff on here. I love this album. They just sound brilliant live. They were a great live band. I am so sad that I never got to see them, but it's still a great album, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 9 out of 10. Okay then, coming in at number 3, we've got Slade On Stage. It was recorded in Newcastle City Hall in 1981. and released in 1982. This is when they had that little comeback. Rock and Roll Preacher opens up the set, great track. And then we got When I'm Dancing I Ain't Fighting, love that track. Take Me Back Home's on there, Every Day, which always is lovely. Lock Up Your Daughters, what a track that is, and it's even better live. Then we get We'll Bring the House Down, a great track. I love that track, always have, always will. Got the single, remember seeing it on Top of the Pops, the video to it's terrific. It's just brilliant track. Then we get A Night to Remember, Goodbye to Jane, Mama We're All Crazy Now, You'll Never Walk Alone. Once again, a brilliant live album, great tunes, great performance, the crowd loved it. They're one of the all-time greats, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 9.5. Okay, then coming in at number 2, this is one of them live at the BBC packages. As much as I hate to say this, I think the BBC do some great live at BBC for most bands. Pity their programming is not as good as their music output. So this one is a disc that was released in September of 2009. It's a 2-disc set. The first disc comprises of songs recorded from various BBC sessions between 1969 and 1972, along with some Radio 1 jingles that they recorded in 73 and 74. The second disc is a 12-song set list recorded at the famous Paris Theatre in London in August of 1972. So we'll look at the disc 1 sessions. We got Coming Home, Eric Clapton and Bobby Bramlett composition. The Shape of Things to Come, See Us All Here, Know Who You Are, that is stonking. I love that track. My Life Is Natural, all these really early Slade tracks. Coloured Rain, Stevie Winwood track. Man Who Speaks Evil, Move Over, great version of the Janis Joplin. I think Noddy's probably one of the only people that can sing like Janis Joplin. Omaha, which was Skip Spence. Sweet Box, a nice version of Nights in White Satin. It's Alright Ma, It's Only Witchcraft. Raven, great track. Goodbye Goodbye, Getting Better, the Beatles track, and a wonderful version of Darling Be Home Soon. Love that song, written by Mr. John Sebastian, of course. Let the Good Times Roll, Dirty Joker, Get Down, Get With It. Best version of that version, it's much better than the original. Wild Winds Are Blowing. Then we get these Radio 1 jingles. They're quite fun to listen to. It's some of their songs. You got Every Day playing on Radio 1. That's which for a thing. We Are Slade. Great little disc. So let's have a look at the other album. The disc opens up with an introduction. Then we get Hear Me Calling. Great version, written by Mr. Alvin Lee, of course. 10 years after. Great version. Then we get In Like a Shot From My Gun. Look What You Done. Keep On Rocking. Move Over, the Janis Joplin song. Sounds great on here. Mama We're All Crazy Now. Lady Be Good, written by George and Ira Gershwin. A stonking version of Cause I Love You. Absolutely belting. Take Me Back Home. Get Down, Get With It. Good Golly, Miss Molly. Great little gig. I love this album. It's just got some great of them early stuff of the albums, some great covers, and a great gig from the Paris Theatre. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 9.6. Okay, number 1. it's got to be, isn't it? It's an album I've owned for a long time. I picked this up at a record fair way back in, it must have been one of the first ones I ever went to, and it's Slade Alive, of course, released on the 24th of March 1972 and recorded on between the 19th and 21st of October at the Command Studios in Piccadilly, West London. Opens up with Hear Me Calling, which is the best version of this you'll ever hear. Absolutely brilliant song. I love the song. I mean, I love the 10 years after version of it. But I love Slade's as much. Then we get In Like a Shot from My Gun. Brilliant track. Great version on here. Darling, Be Home Soon, including the burp. When I met Noddy, I asked him about that. He said, no, it was not supposed to be in there. He wouldn't say who it was, because I asked him. He says, no, I'm not saying. You got to be that. You had to have been there to see it. It's a great version. Then Know Who You Are, the best version of that I've got. Then we get Keep On Rocking. Great. Get Down, Get With It here is brilliant. The stamping of the feet, it's all crunch, 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 crunch. And then we get a brilliant rendition of Steppenwolf's Born to Be Wild. What a way to end this album. Okay, this may be only a single album, but it's truly one of the great live albums in history. The atmosphere is electric. Slade are on fire. There's just something about this one. I love playing this. And in this box set, we are getting sort of a remastered version of it, I think. So it'll be interesting to hear that. I can only give this one mark, and that's 10 out of 10, because I adore this live album. Some of the definitive versions of these songs are on this album. It's just an absolutely superb album. Okay, very short one, but it's one I wanted to do before we do the new box set that's coming out. I'm so excited. I haven't been so excited for a new album coming out of stuff that I already know in years. So I'm so looking forward to this. I'll be back later for a brand new album review, and it's Chicago's Born for This Moment. So I'll be back for that later. So take care for now, and I'll see you soon.